you missed out on your Hogwarts letter, no worry, I got you. You can still go to Hogwarts as a student or as a teacher. I want to reintroduce you to one of my favorite small shops, that is Conquest Journal. They finally came out to a product that I've been dreaming that they would come out with. Finally, it's the teacher planner. I also have the academic planner, which I reviewed last year, and I have the brand new one, the 2024-2025 school year, and this is a dated 2024-2025 school year. Wow, that is a mouthful. I have all the nitty-gritties to show you, so stick around with me.
Maybe there's a version of me left that doesn't feel afraid of what comes next.
Welcome back, friends. If you're brand new to my channel, my name is Arlene with Arlene & Company. As I said before, I received in exchange for my honest review the Hogwarts teacher planner and the academic student planner, or it doesn't have to be for a student. This may fit you for other needs as well. We're gonna go through both of them. So I received this in exchange for my honest review. My reviews obviously are always honest. I am an affiliate with them because I was just always shopping with them. Like always, like I did not, like they come out with something or a warehouse sale, I'm gonna get one of everything. I love them. Their quality is just amazing and their prices are equally amazing. They're so affordable. I also have a discount code for you, and that is going to be Arlene10. If you see something you like, and they have way more than what I'm showing you today, and I've reviewed quite a few. And there's also a new tote bag, and I can't wait to get my hands on the tote bag because I love the herbology tote bag that I got. There's a new one with a teacher planner, and it has some new features in it, and I'm excited when that comes out. So this is right now available for pre-order, and it will ship out to you this summer. All the details will be in the link that I will provide you straight to their store. You can see in the descriptions down below a timestamp if you're just interested in seeing one specific item, and then you can just go ahead and jump to it. If not, let's hang out. So this is, and I kept the little flap on here just so you see how obviously, actually, I should have just like taken a picture, but you guys have seen me on well, some of you have seen me unwrapped boxes from them. It's an experience. They have such cute packaging. It's just, I love it. Anyways, this is a 12-month weekly teacher planner. It runs from July 2024 through June 2025. It's a 120 GSM paper, so you are talking high quality with an amazing price. I'll flash that right on here, but that is the pre-sale price is already discounted. Plus, you can stack my 10% code Arlene10 on top of it. So cool. Anyways, you have this beautiful cover. I admire their designs. It is just like always so stunning to me. So you do have a gold coil. Now, unlike some other like teacher planner brands that you may be thinking of, this is what it comes. Now this is going to be a limited run, so when they sell out, they sell out. So if you want this, go ahead and pre-order. It comes with a kind of matte, I want to see if you can see that. It's a matte gold, so it's not like a shiny gold, but kind of like a matte gold, and it really perfectly matches this cover. You guys know I'm not a purple person, but this is like a deep moody purple, so I'm totally digging it. I really love that they did this, and I've shown you with like the EC planners and stuff like that. I never write on it. Maybe some people do. If anything, I would put like a post-it or something. So I think this for me is a little bit more intentional. I know that, just a little backstory on the design of this, is that Shelly's daughter is a teacher, forgot what grade, and she was obviously heavily consulted in creating this planner. So this was definitely teacher inspired. So if you're watching this as a classroom teacher, this was inspired by, someone in the trenches. And if you're watching this as a homeschooler, I will also share as I go through the spreads different ways that you may reinterpret several pages that may not pertain to us homeschoolers. And I've never been afraid to do that. It does come in with a snap-in ruler, which is full length size. So I dig that. So it's not like, it just goes up to here. So it's a full length size, and I appreciate that because especially when you're like drawing a line all the way across, and you have the shorter rulers that comes with some of the other planners. You have to go ahead and move it over. So I do appreciate that. It's just simple frosted design, and it just snaps right in. So you can stick it out if you want, or just put it at level, and that's an easy turn. Now on the first spread here, you have your name page, your classroom address, phone, and email. If you wish to put that, you have the houses surrounding. We are obviously, you guys know this is Raven Prep, so inspired by Ravenclaw. Though my daughter is a Hufflepuff, very much so. Anyway, so you have this really cool design here. Obviously, you don't need to write all that if you don't wish to, but that is available for you. The first page here on the left is going to be for contacts. I want to show you the tabs actually before we go into all the different spreads. You have here, let's see if I can make sure that I'm focusing. All right, so witches and wizards, outposts, unfogging the future, daily schedule, sorting seas, checklist. So they keep the theme throughout, which I totally appreciate, that they didn't like just like, oh, this is, you know, your contacts or whatever. So they just keep the theme going throughout, so which adds to the magic and the fun of having a Hogwarts themed planner. You have contacts here, so if you're a classroom teacher, you can have all that information readily available, marking periods, begin, end, report cards due, and such. So on this page, for me, like in my state, we are required to do evaluations and stuff like that. So I would put that kind of information of my contact information on here, and maybe like, you know, we still put the contact of our local library if you wanted to do that. If you have kiddos doing co-ops, or if you have special classes or electives or anything like that, you can also put these things here, like if there's like a semester long, or if it's just a club or whatever that they're doing, you can reinterpret this for many different reasons. Then classroom resource and website, that will pertain whether for classroom teacher or homeschooler as well. You have emergency procedures. Again, this is very specific to a teacher's need, but has first aid, location and information, then the nurse extension and schedule, storm drill instructions. So now my husband works at a traditional school, so all this I know is like really appreciated information for a classroom teacher. Now, not everybody puts this in a paper form, but it's cool that it's available if you choose to use it. The file drill instructions on there. Again, this is easily, like, you can white this out and make this into something else for us homeschool families. Other instructions and important procedures, and you have 2 columns for that. And then special duties, like my husband at his old school, he had after school pickup line and stuff like that. Was it after school, before school? I think it was after school pickup line. That was one of his duties. And then, you know, teachers have different types of duties and stuff like that. Again, if this is something that you don't need as a homeschooler, you can easily relabel that and do something else. You know, like even like my daughter does volunteer hours and stuff like that. So there's, to me, there's a lot of freedom when there's pages that don't pertain to us homeschoolers, because I have the freedom to just make it whatever I want without feeling bad that I'm not filling it in as is, because it's homeschool specific or whatever. So, or I can just paste something on, which you guys know that I do. All right, so on the first one here, you have Hogwarts, and these are for passwords, as you can see, and then it's website, apps, username, and password. Now, I know we need this because I swear I can't keep it straight, and especially if you have things for individual kiddos and they each have their passwords, like Common Lit. Each of my kiddos has their own password, and I swear I can never remember that. When we had like math and stuff like that, they all had different passwords and stuff like that. But, you know, as a classroom teacher, you have like a password for every program and every little thing. There's like a password for the password and the password. Here you have the students with special schedules or health instruction. Again, this is something that you can easily relabel to a different purpose. It has name, time, and instruction. So again, this is a pretty cool, and I appreciate this being in this planner and that her daughter thought about this, especially having like I have kiddos with severe food allergies, and, you know, and asthma and stuff. So I really do appreciate that this was like something that is here, and this like serves as a reminder. So that is pretty rad to me. Again, you can repurpose this for another thing that is more unique to your family. So these are the very like heavy teacher focused pages. And then here you have the contact pages, so witches and wizards, student list. So if you want to keep a student list on here, so here is where I would think, and there's another spot that we could also do this, which is the outpost. But here you can maybe list each child's curricula or sources that you're looking into, because there's a lot of them per child. So I would like student, and then I would relabel these, notes is fine. I would relabel to whatever program they're using, or their final picks, or something that I am researching. But again, this, if you're a classroom teacher, you probably use it as is. So this is witches and wizard, and you see you have more of those pages. So you really can do, like, if you have 4 kiddos, you can definitely do 1 per child, or whatever not. Now the outpost, I imagine this as a book list. And this is what I did with the EC planner with our communication pages. I always converted them before they had a homeschool planner. I always converted them into a book list, and I did it per child, and then you can do like family reads it or whatever as well. So it sets outpost, communication log, name, date, details, and you have like these little decorations around there, and you can see like the wands and stuff. It's just like super, like I just love the attention to detail. We will be doing a pen test at the end, so hang out for that, so you can see how this paper performs. Again, this is 120 GSM paper, so you're equivalent to your like 80-pound paper, all right, or just about. So you have that here. Now this is something that I'm going to show you in just a second, because I thought, okay, this is cool that is here, but then you have another slot for that. So hang on for me for a second, because you actually, you have the mini months right on there on the top, which I think that's pretty rad that you have that reference right there without having to turn the page. So if you like highlight things that are special birthdays or celebrations or breaks or whatever. So normally these boxes you would like put, for us homeschoolers, we would put, you know, any major themes or main lesson blocks, unit studies, or basket people will put any of their themes for that on these boxes. But you don't have to put this here, because I'll show you in a second why. You can dedicate these to special celebrations and things like that that you want to do, or anything else that piques your interest. It does start at July, how I feel it should. So it's July to June, because it's an academic planner. I'm sorry, it always gets me when it's like it starts in January. I'm like, but this is an academic planner. You know, guys know what I'm talking about. It's just one of my little peeves there, but it's cool. And you have this cool little like potion bottles in the bottom, again keeping up with that theme. But here again you have those 12 boxes. So whatever you decide to use this here for, classroom teachers may want to put their students' birthdays or special events or whatever may happen, or brainstorming. You still have this, which is unfogging the future or review planning, and it does, you know, help you like wait, and maybe you're not that into Hogwarts or Harry Potter and don't know all the references, but they'll translate it for you, no worries. All right, so we have July again through June of 2025, and you still have the mini months now in the bottom. So here you can go ahead and do your main lesson block planning or whatever not, or vice versa, whatever works for you. But I love that they have 2 opportunities where you can, you know, do some special plans per month, right? So you have those on here. So I do enjoy that spread. The next tab is going to be daily schedule. especially as a family that has older kiddos. Really dig this because things change so much, and especially with other responsibilities, or maybe your child is dual enrolled, or any other reason. Those with littles, maybe you have co-ops, you have elective, your child is doing dance, whatever, gymnastics, all that jazz. So you have the daily schedule here. You can put it by semester, so you have 4 of those here, and you have a Monday through Friday if you school in a traditional week. If you don't, you can change it out. So here is like where I imagine that you can block schedule, right? Especially like we essentially block schedule with main lesson blocks, and that will change per semester quite not quite a bit, but it will change depending on the topic. So here is a nice little visual that I see that you can map that out and have a visual reference. And if you have portfolio reviews, this is a nice way to actually like showcase like how your your days are structured. Again, you have these cool little designs that like varies for each spread. And your next tab is going to be the sorting seats. And this is usually like a little bit different in the other planners that I have seen that are teacher specific. So this is pretty cool. So if you're a classroom teacher, I really like, tell me what you think, because normally it's just like an empty grid space and it's like you draw it out. And I always wonder like, well, what if, you don't think that you have sorting seats, seating chart. So you have it per the class. So you have 8 and you can sort it by columns, right? So another way, like I can see using this page as a homeschooler is, instead of like sorting seats, I would actually like plot out their main lesson block. So here you can have like the themes and stuff for, before, like I would have like the major themes or whatever, what I'm planning. But then I would imagine like plotting out each subject here or pacing them, like almost like a pacing guide. Not sure how well that would work, but that's just an idea of where my mind went. Obviously there's many other things that you can reinterpret things. My friend Tanya from Project Happy Home, we both love to reinvent things in planners and make it our own. So, but that's where my mind went. I think there's a lot of different possibilities that you can use these pages for, and almost as well, if you count out the the boxes, almost a curriculum progress as well, I think that you can do, or you can save that for these pages. So you have the student log checklist. Maybe you're in doing middle or high school where you're at a point that you're starting to grade and you're keeping track of that, or whatever other reason. I used to always use these pages for curricula tracking, those that had certain lesson numbers, and I was following it as it, not as is, but I was following the lessons and I wanted to visually see my pacing guide where I was. So if it was November and I was still on lesson 8, I wanted to see that, okay, with Oak Meadow grade 6, and then I would write out 1 through 36 for the 36 lessons, and then I will check them off as they went down. You can go and do it different ways, but that's just a way that I use these pages. Another way that I use these pages is I took this opportunity to paste my own chart or whatever I printed, or pictures or any not, and I just paste it right over them. So that is the student checklist page. You have a few of those, and you have the exact count on the listing. So I won't take too much time with that. You can click the link again. It's an affiliate link down below, and you can see all the exact details of how many pages of stuff. Now I really like these dashboards. I think it's very unique, it's very different, and I'm excited to like experiment with them. So this is July of 2024. You have the notes here, you have a little banner here, so if you're a decorative planner, I can see a lot of appeal with the way that it is structured, to giving you a little bit of a head start. I am somebody that needs to like dump my thoughts into a page, so I appreciate every note page that I get. You have a slot here for goals, dates to remember, and focus. And now this is specific to your monthly dashboard. And you have this big giant space of your monthly spread. Big space. I can't even describe. Like, I hope you can really tell how big this space is. So if you tend to do a lot of monthly plan type of things, you're gonna have the space for that here, for sure. All right, so you have a mini month of previous month and the month to come. You have some holidays on here. So you have some fun teacher specific type of holidays like National Ice Cream Day, you know, like things that you may want to partake with your classroom or your kiddos at home. And then you have the Hogwarts specific or Harry Potter specific, like Harry Potter's birthday and things like that, specific on the planner. All holidays are not in here. You're not going to find like all the cultural ones or whatever, or different types of religious holidays. I see some major ones, but not all of them. So just keep that in mind, that you're probably going to have to add in some of your holidays that are more specific to you in your family. All right, so you have a column here on the right for additional notes or anything that you need to do for the month, and just like go ahead and keep track and check off. Now for the main event, here is your weekly lesson plan pages. So it is a vertical layout. Thank you. This is the way my brain thinks when I lesson plan. I want to go down. I don't want to go across. And the reason being for that, if I have my planner turn on its side like this and I'm planning horizontally, I have to open up my planner fully to see the full week, right? To see the full day, I mean. So I don't like doing that. It's just a nitpicking thing. So I prefer a vertical planner when it comes to lesson. So here on the side, period, class, and notes. So you can list out your subjects on 7 boxes here for period, class, or notes, or you can write all the things on here. Now let's say you are a horizontal planner. You can easily just relabel this and then make your subjects here, and then you would actually have you have your days here, and you would actually have the 7 days, because you know you have the 7 parts here, and then put the subjects up top if that's your vibe. If not, leave as is. You have some cute little decors here. You have an extra banner right on here. So if you want to write a specific note straight on here instead of just the subject, maybe you have an appointment at 3 p.m. that day, or maybe that is a additional holiday, you can write that as your first note here. Or maybe you want to write your top 3 hot takes, your priorities for the day, like right there. And then you have these lines, these boxes along here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so the same amount. And what I like about, if you can tell the lines, they were not super dark in between. So if you are a block scheduler like I am, and you are only going to spend, maybe math is just this type neat little line for you, but you need like 2 boxes worth for ELA, or your main lesson block A, like I call it, then you can continue to write, and it's not a major deal, because this line is not super dark that divides it, that you can just continue writing. So you continue, you see this, and continue with your weeks, and at the end of your week, you go right into your next August note, and then your goals, dashboard, and focus, and things like that you can write. And again, if these don't fit exactly how you envision, you can easily like relabel them. All right, so again, you see you have some of the holidays like Book Lovers Day, Left Handers Day, some of like these unique things, but every single holiday is not going to be represented. And just quickly show you each tab. So you can see you have fun illustrations throughout, which I dig. And then at the end of June, you have some note pages. So you have the last week of June that flows into a little bit of July. So we know like some schools, especially in the States, end a little bit later. So that's cool. Then you have some note pages at the end, regular line pages, and that is 1, 2, and 3 at the end. And then you have stickers. Now these stickers are super fun. Their stickers are super high quality. I literally have bought clearance, like, you know, when it was past the day, clearance planners from them just for the stickers, because they always have like an abundance of stickers in their planners, and it's pretty rad. These are beautiful. Like, it's not like a shiny foil. It is like, it's like kind of like a matte shine, if that makes any sense. Anyways, you have meeting stickers, don't forget, important, school assembly, tests, quarter ends, and important throughout on here. So that's pretty cool. And then you have, just looking at my stickers. Then you have an additional page of that as well. And then you have another one where this will fit, like, you know, in your monthly spreads or wherever you want to do it, 9 3/4, with beyond measure. And then, you know, like some additional, like, I think these are like box. Oh no, they're not. They're actually individual stickers as well. It looked like it was just like a box one, but it's not. They're as, wait, do I have it upside down? Wait, Lumens, there, wait, okay. There you go. This is my favorite sticker page. So you have some owls, feather, yes, these are, so, it's like, I can't even describe it because it's not a shiny foil, it's like a matte foil, right?
Just foil.
She's like, it's just foil. I don't know, but it's like, I'm so used to it being like shiny foil from when you know, brands use foil, that, but it's just very unique. I love the book stack. Here's my little owl friend, the eyeglasses and stuff, and mischief managed. I love that they still included these stickers. These come in their packs of decals as well. Full size folder on here, so you can put a full size page on here or on this other side. Bella, can you get me a sheet of paper? All right, so here is a normal size copy paper. That's a lot bigger. See? That's not a copy paper. I knew that. All right. She tried to sabotage me after I said it fits a full-size paper, and she brings me like an oversized and 11 by 9 type of paper. All right, so this is a full-size 8.5 by 11 page from the print copy machine. From the printer. And a little bit work in because it's new. So this is how it fits here. Obviously I can get to the edge, it's just, it's new. So it definitely fits a full size on this side, and much easier on this side, which is always like typical until you work it in with the folders. So you fit that there. All right, so I'm gonna show you the academic planner now, and then we'll do the pen test at the end. My pen's ready. All right, so now we're going to quickly look at the agenda. This can be used as a student planner. It can be used as just a regular planner for yourself, and if you need something like a smaller profile. And this is a 12-month weekly agenda. This is what my son used, well, the other one. And I'll show you his planner from the last year's design in just a bit. So this is the new one, and I love it. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Love that. I'm sorry about the glare. I'll go away in a second. So that's so nice. I love that. You have these nice little colorful tabs, but not like loud colorful. And this again goes from July to June with this academic planner. And I want to show you individual dividers because they're so pretty. They're awesome. So here we got July. All right, so awesome dividers. I love it. Now this is the one that he's been using this year. For, oh, sorry about that. Glare is crazy. Hogwarts, the 2023-24 agenda. I did a full walkthrough of this over on Instagram, and I love these as well. So if they have any of these left, on clearance. You can always redate them if you want, but this is the new one. So this is the one that he has been using this year, and this will be his next year. So let's go back. So I showed you the dividers. You have a monthly dashboard, and it has events, goals, important dates or to do, and the little illustrations here, which are darling. I love it. And then I don't know if you can tell right there, these are lined in this space, so you actually can write on a straight line. I need that kind of help. This is a horizontal planner. I'll show you first the monthly dashboard, and you have again the same thing. You have some of the like the major, like I say, bank holidays, and then some of the unique holidays, and then you have the Harry Potter Hogwarts holidays right here that it's also lined, that you can do a monthly tick off sheet. And I love the illustrations on this page. Like, look at this. The price cannot be beat. Like, these planners are such high quality and the price is so affordable. So flash that what the price is for this planner on the screen, and you can see like the little uniqueness here. And then just like on the teacher planner, these illustrations changes per like that holiday or whatever is representing, so that's pretty cool. Then you have your weekly pages, which are a horizontal line. So you have a box here, and you can see that illustration, like their calendar year planners. And then you set some line space. You have a note page at the end of the book. You have you have 2 sticker pages, and again, these are darling little sticker pages. This is a double wire O binding. Their wire O binding, I feel like, is the best in the market. Like, I have used their planners since 2019. I have never had one break or pages come out or anything. Like, I don't know how they make their wire O so steady, but they do. It's awesome. So it's your other planners is wire O. The spiral bound one is the teacher planner, which is actually the first year they've had a spiral bound. And if you're a Supernatural fan, go ahead and grab their Supernatural thing. They have an undated Supernatural planner that is stellar, and I've reviewed that before too. But yeah, like, once they're out, they're out. That's it. So you have here these type of stickers. It says Miss, and then here you have, so definitely serves as a student planner very easily. To do, break, a blank one, no school, test day, and happy birthday. Some dots to bring attention on your monthly plans, and then that repeats on there. So awesome little planner, high quality pages. I absolutely adore their planners. Just love them. So my son has not even seen the new planner, so I'm just gonna show him actually right now as I do the pen test. I did a whole video on Papermint Flair and me testing them, so I'm adding this to my usual routine of testing with you. This is of recycled material. This is a regular ball pen, mile liner. This is one of the EC markers. So they're like, the EC markers are very highly pigmented. Let's see what else we got in here. All right, so I have a regular ballpoint pen. I have a precise V5 rolling ball pen, mile liner, EC double marker. Then I have the gel pens that also got from EC, and the focus pen. I'm gonna do the Papermint Flair pen marker as well. So let's start with ballpoint pen. Obviously, and now this page has some grit to it. It's not like plum paper smooth or anything like that. It's not as gritty as an EC paper. It's like in between. So there is some grit, there's some tooth to it, which I appreciate. Let's do So this was sucked right up. There was a little bit of smear, so you need it a little bit longer to dry with that one. So let's give it a chance now and give it some time to dry, and then we'll tell you how that did. I'm gonna do a mile liner on the pen test, under it and over it. Very thick paper. Wait, ooh, wait. There is nothing bleeding through. There is no shadowing. That is some very thick paper. There's nothing coming out. So now it's been like about 15 seconds. And there's no smear. Double marker from AC as well. So I went all the way till the end. I went to the end. All right, so that was no delay, and there was no smearing, no smudging, no feathering, nothing. So let's see how it did on the other side. And that is, again, no ghosting, nothing. Here is a fun test. Gel pens usually are the most misbehaved, so let's try it. Ooh, there we go. See, I expected that. So that is obviously a gel pen. You need more time. So let's give it another chance. And let's wait some time. All right, so that's with the gel pen. Now I'm doing like the higher pigmented stuff, right? So now we have the Papermint Flair, which is seems to be a favorite. And no delay. Nothing. No feathering. No, nothing. All right, so the gel pen does work after you allow it to dry. So immediate smudge for your left-handers that may like smudge as you write. I would not recommend a gel pen unless you are able to, like, you know, distance your hand and allow it to dry for a few seconds. So again, those, like, you know, not quick dry pens are not my favorite for that. But Flair, nothing, friends, nothing. All right, and there's that. Now, markers. Now this is a fine point. I can try to find a bigger one. So fine point, a thinker marker, please. Fine point, sucked it right up. Nothing, no feathering, no bleed through. That is a fine point marker. So let's try the last one that we'll do is a thicker marker. And wait. And still, like, what I'm most impressed about with this paper is I'm seeing no ghosting. Nothing, like literally. And I'm putting, this is at the light, you know, there is no ghosting with any of them. All right, so let's try the last one, and we have a medium and fine point straight up marker. Yeah, I'm a true tester. All right, and now let's do the fine point. Should be like the other one. So quick dry. So if you have markers that resemble the EC markers, you'll be fine. Mile liners are fine. Nothing, friends. Your Papermint Flair do fantastic. Nothing, friends, nothing. This gel pen requires drying time. A precise V5, like rolling ball pen, requires some drying time. So The worst performing one was the gel pen, but pretty much smear if you do not let it dry on almost every paper I have tested. Almost every paper that I have tested. So that's not surprising. I expected that. These markers were perfectly fine, and the focus pen, which is a little bit wetter as well, was fine, and obviously your ballpoint pen was perfectly fine. If there is anything else that you would like me to test, I can always do it in my Instagram stories. But as you can see, my most impressed fact about this is that there is zero ghosting. Nothing. Like, I am seriously impressed by that. And I did this live with you guys. I had not tested the paper with this particular planner of theirs. I know that their other planners perform beautifully, but I had not tested this particular one. Code again is Arlene 10, and that will give you 10% off even the pre-sale order. Check out the bag, because I really want the bag. And their last tote bag was fantastic, and I use it all the time, especially for the library, and has like a loop for your wand. It's so cool. Anyway, so go ahead and grab these. Such a deal. And our Arlene 10 is the code. Drop any questions or comments that you may have in the description box below.
It's a boring life. If that means I'll be happy too.